Terminology. Hooray! When you're talking about metaphysical subjects, esoteric knowledge, occult stuff, and occult, of course, just meaning hidden, doesn't mean Satanism. There isn't a really great table of words that have solid definitions that everybody uses. Now, for the old magic stuff, yeah, sure, like the mystery school stuff, you know, whatever it is, Rosicrucianism, like all those things have terms, right? But a lot of these newer developments that have taken place within the past decade, that in which the veil has been dissolving between us and seeing what's really happening in our environment, a lot of new terms have had to be invented on the fly. And I get a lot of my stuff from other people. Like, I take a lot of stuff from Matt. He's got a lot of good terms, Matt over at Quantum of Conscience. But I steal things from everybody. And it, not really steal. I mean, we don't have a lot of set terminology on how to explain this stuff. And that's by design. You know, they don't want us talking about this shit. And so when you start talking about dimensions and frequency and seeing things, and I use the term vibrational frequency a lot. Energy, it's made up of three things. There's three things in this snow globe that we're in. And that's energy, frequency, and vibration, as Tesla said. Now, Tesla, I don't know what his whole deal was. As time goes on, I start to think that he's just another character. He's just another invented guy. You know, they have to do disclosure now and again and let some nuggets of truth out to fit in their revelation of the method, or revelation of the method. Revelation of the method. So a lot of times they do it in these historical characters. You know, I don't know if he's any real as whoever, Davy Crockett, Adolf Hitler. You just don't know. But that's what he used to say. Frequency, energy, and vibration. And I think that's pretty good. Energy is just everything, right? The frequency is what level or what space of energy you're on. And vibration is what you see. So when I say vibrational frequency, that's where you are as the energy tied to your suit. Because you can see you can see people, so your vibrational frequency. When you have a low vibrational frequency, that's when you become a demon taxi. If you have a higher vibrational frequency, that's when you're safe from a lot of stuff. Like I did a video earlier about how laughter is the highest vibrational activity you can do. The evil hates laughter, devil hates laughter, can't take a joke, that whole thing. That's why the best thing you can do with evil shit is to meme on it. If you notice, like, people that are trying to be taken seriously, they want to be taken seriously. They don't want you to goof on them. Especially the devil. He's a try-hard edgelord who wants to be taken super fucking serial. So for him, the best thing you can do is mock him, mock his I was going to say his works, but he really doesn't have any works. His abominations, his twisted versions of things. Again, when I say his, I mean, you know, I don't know if exactly these people are actually men, or are in the shapes of men, the powers and principalities, like, why would they need, if they're these kind of beings that they are with the power they have, and why would they need to have sexual organs? Like that's not how they, they don't reproduce that way. This fucking guy's an idiot. Par for course here, though. There's a lot of that going on. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's a guy or whatever. Same thing with God. Jesus is probably a guy. Yeah, probably a guy. No, I'm pretty sure he was a guy. So when it comes to terminology, it can get really confusing, especially when people talk about, like, when you can see demons in their form if you see them in their dimension. I had an experience in 1996 on the summer solstice. Yeah, this is summer solstice. It's like Easter, where my roommate and I, who were living in the comic book store I owned, they had a back apartment attached to it. If we had cameras back then, like we do now, that would have been the greatest reality show ever. But anyway, we saw into that into the demon's dimension, because during the solstice, the layer between you and other dimensions, other things you can see, is very thin. Now, when you say dimension's kind of a weird thing, because it's different in math than it is in physics. I mean, it means different things. And what I think people mean a lot of times is dimensionally something you can inhabit, like a space. I think, and I use the word too, like I see into the dimension, but I think that's more along the lines of frequency. Like the space you're occupying is on a different frequency rather than an actual physical space. That's just, I don't know how that works, but, and a lot of this terminology too, like one of the things I hope is that if people watch videos and they hear something, or they want to know more about something, or if they think I got something wrong, I'd always love to hear from you. A big point of doing this is to learn, So, yeah, it's confusing sometimes, because sometimes two people can mean the same thing, but the terminology they're using is different, and then it gets kind of muddied. And these concepts are way simpler than they've turned out to sound. It's a lot more simple. We just don't have that hard and fast list of terms we can use yet. I mean, it's coming along. It's a work in progress. Like the inner tuning fork, which I call the spiritual shit test as well. Like when you just feel something, or you get an idea about something, this person's lying to me, or this person's so, you just have that gut feeling. That is a frequency. That's a frequency. It's different than a vibrational frequency, though. A vibrational frequency is something you can see, where frequencies can be just music or something you can feel, something like that. Fucking retard. Oh, people won't stop. Like, they're supposed to stop. See this walkway? Walkers have the right of way, right? So it doesn't matter what's going on. If you step on that thing, people are supposed to stop, but they don't, because they're fucking retarded. The way it works here is the driver it's always there right away, regardless if it is or not, it's whatever. I can't get wrapped up in that right now. But yeah, so sometimes if you could listen to one guy talk about stuff and then listen to me talk about it, we could be talking about the same concept, but we're using different terminology. So it becomes very confusing sometimes. So if there's anything that I could clear up, or something that you think I can improve upon, as far as in a terminology sense, feel free. Always let me know, you know. Because the more you can get some commonality in language, the easier it is to share these concepts and these ideas. I mean, that's what you want. That's what you want. That's what I want. Sephora. Yeah, a little too pricey for me. Someday I'll go check that place out. I get all mine at Long's. It's kind of pricey as it is, you know. But it's been kind of hot lately, so I haven't really been wearing too much of it. When it's hot, I just don't feel like doing it, you know. Same thing with, like, I guess everything. You don't feel like doing stuff when it's hot. It makes people really run down or lazy. That's why things move at such a different pace here. You know, 2-hour lunch hours and Friday half days, and it's just sometimes it just gets so hot that, you know, it's hard to get the motor running, you know. I guess that's it. There's a couple other things that I'll remember once I push as soon as I turn it off, but, you know, I think that's it for now. Take a look over at Victoria's Secret. Is that a white? No, it's not. I thought there was a white woman for a minute. I'm like, holy shit, it's a white woman? No. You won't see that. I think I caught one recently. No, it was a white guy in an advertisement I caught recently. Yeah, no, but she looks deceptively like she could be white, but she's not white. Yeah, they don't really put white people in advertising. It's been like that for a long time. I noticed that when I first came here, and that was like 2016. That was before they did this whole kill whitey push. So yeah, they think like if they change things in the culture, they think they can change reality by changing their films and their advertisements, and if they get rid of whitey, it'll just somehow happen. But what they're attempting to do there is what we naturally do as far as reality creation. They can't create, you know, evil can't create. They need us to create it for them. So what they do is they push these perceptions, in this case a perception that whitey's dying out and he must go into the West so that the age of something else can happen. But when they talk about, like, you know, there's a deadly virus, okay, right away in your mind it conjures up images that you have from, you know, just life, Hollywood movies or TV shows or things they put out there. So when you hear the word, you instantly think of people zipping up their houses with plastic and hazmat suits, and conjures all these images, and then your imagination starts running wild. And with this stuff running through your imagination, and maybe your neighbor's imagination, and the guy down the street, the idea is this will manifest itself into a reality on the screen. It's like a backward way of trying to do what we can naturally do, because they, you know, we are creators, they are not. Hey man, thank you. Have a good night. What is this here? Oh, strip club. Yeah, I haven't gone to strip club in years. When I first got legal drinking, me and my friends, it was the only place we would go, because we'd be like, well, we can go sit at this bar with a bunch of old creeps, or we could just drink beer at the strip club and check out girls. It gets a little pricey though. You know, a night at the bar at the VFW with the old men, you could spend $50-$60. Strip club though, it's at least double that. And then if you get drunk, it's like, you know. Anyway, the thing is, what I really mean, don't blame the teacher, blame the school.